covering the Villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
A food-to-table initiative continues to flourish. Plus, campers bond with therapy dogs. The Villages Grown has been inviting people to explore their innovative hydroponic greenhouses by taking a Villages Grown farm tour. And while on site, you can also visit their unique mobile market to purchase fresh produce too.
I first was introduced to the Airstream at Fenny when it was at the Fenny Grill area, and also at Loblolly and Longleaf. So I'm not a stranger to the van or to the Airstream, but it's a great idea, and I think there are folks probably haven't discovered the store at Sawgrass, which I'd highly recommend because it's really nice. So it's a great opportunity to get introduced to the product, try some and see what you think. It's incredible because I didn't expect to find the produce that they have and they perform. Now going through the tour, it's even more impressive because it's like nothing else I've ever seen. And I grew up in Wisconsin in the farming area, so I'm familiar with agriculture, but this is not agriculture. Having gone up and down 44 and Morris, past it, and I've always wondered what it's like, so I was really interested in seeing it inside. And I'm impressed by the science. I'm impressed by how meticulous they are and how they produce the product and how they package it and distribute it. And I think it's only going to get bigger. And I'm just hoping that other folks, when they go to the drugs or the grocery store, that they discover it because it's fabulous. I use the microgreens all the time. This is another example of what's happening in the Village area, and being a resident here, I really appreciate the fact that there's lots of things going on, including some really high science items when it comes to growing food. Of course, the entertainment's there and all the other things. So I'm convinced, I'm a believer, and I have two sisters now that live down here as well. So we're almost starting a compound here at the Villages.
It's been a very positive response. So when they go in, they put their ticket, they get their little goodie bag. So when they're done with that, they can come in here and they can shop around and go ahead and add in a few more items. So that way they can have a wonderful, wholesome meal when they get home. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, our tour hours are from 4 until I believe our last one is at 6:15. So we are open to the public during those days. So they can come in Tuesdays and Wednesdays during the tour times and go ahead and purchase whatever they would like to have for their dinners. So we have our microgreens, we have our heirloom tomatoes, we have our beefsteak tomatoes, we have our variety of lettuces. We just encourage people to come on in and see what our facility, how we operate, so they get that connection to their food.
You can also find Villages Grown products at local Publix and Winn-Dixie locations, and it's also accessible through Kroger Delivery. Since the tours began, about 560 people have gone behind the scenes. To schedule a farm tour, visit thevillagesentertainment.com, hover over Ticketed Entertainment, and then click on the Villages Grown Farm Tours. With 111 pools available throughout the Villages community, the pool is the place to be this summer for residents and their guests. According to the Trust for Public Lands City Park Facts for 2023, the Villages is home to more swimming pools than any of the top 100 U.S. cities. Chicago is the next closest city with 79 public pools. If you are planning to visit a Villages pool, the Villages Director of Recreation and Parks, John Rohan, says everybody should always have their resident ID and guest ID, a photo ID with them at the pool, and all amenities. And they ask all residents and guests to follow all rules and regulations while at the pools. This community has 3 types of pools: 64 adult pools for residents and guests 30 and over, 35 family pools, and 12 sports pools for residents also 30 and over. These pools are intended for scheduled aquatic activities, including lap swimming, water walking, water exercise programs, and water volleyball. Food and drink is only allowed outside of the pool, and glass containers are not allowed inside the pool area. For more about safety and pool regulations, take a look at Friday's Daily Sun. After this short break, a villager shares the story behind his classic car.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN. Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
After my husband passed away, I didn't date for years. I recently met Bill online, and we've really hit it off. I'm supposed to meet him for the first time next week. He just needs $500 for a plane ticket.
Online dating scams like this one can be hard to recognize at first. But when someone you've never met asks you for money, it should be a red flag.
It turns out Bill isn't actually Bill at all. He's a scam artist who preys on people like me. Don't make the same mistake I did.
This is VNN.
Villager Craig Cook honors his best friend of 30 years with a car he calls the Drew Mobile.
1957 T-Bird. It's an E-Series. They only made $14.99 of them. It's dedicated to my buddy Drew, who passed away 2 years. In 21, March of 21, he passed away. His cousin called us and told us that Drew left me the car, my wife and I. So I had it shipped down here, and it needed a little bit of TLC. Not much, because what you see is he did most of the work, the way the car looks right now. Since I've had it in the past almost 2 years now, I've gotten 4 trophies with it and lots of great looks. People just can't believe that, how nice a shape it is, but everybody's got a story. It was their neighbor's car, they drove around, they wanted one. I get a lot of the women saying, oh, we love riding in that car. I like it with the top on because of the portholes. To me, that makes the Thunderbird that year, the 55, 56, and 57. That makes it special. But I've driven it with the top off, but I really like it just the way it sits now. It's a 312, 272 horsepower, and it's colonial white, which is the original color, and I'm keeping it all the way it is. I just had it ceramic waxed and the roof redone and painted colonial white.
You can learn even more about Craig and his T-Bird in the Love My Ride section of Saturday's Daily Sun.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Saturday's high going to be 93. Same on Sunday. Looking at a clear weekend ahead. First chance of rain looks like it's Monday afternoon at 60%. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. Looking at great weather ahead and a great weekend in Florida's friendliest hometown.
Whether you are an experienced archer or maybe you're new to the sport, the Villages has 2 archery ranges that are open to you. Florida's friendliest hometown has Paradise Archery Range near the golf cart bridge over U.S. Highway 27-441, as well as the Dudley Archery Range not far from Finney Recreation. There are Archery 101 sessions available to residents who want to learn the rules and basics of this ancient sport. Both facilities have free use of equipment located within the equipment rooms. Ranges are open to anyone at least 13 years of age and older, but children must be accompanied by an adult. Take a look at the weekly Recreation and Parks publication for archery schedules. Up next, we just might get you up and dancing.
Rocking, dancing,
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
relaxing, or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
What's your position, Lunar One? Over.
Repeat that, Mission Control. I don't understand. Over.
What's your position? Over.
I need my hearing aids reprogrammed. Joe here.
We've remotely changed your hearing aid prescription. How do I sound?
Copy that. Loud and clear.
Program your hearing aid from anywhere in the universe with Global Live.
Only at Elite Hearing Centers of America.
An American Legion Family Project is coming up next weekend. There will be a food drive from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday, July 23rd in the parking lot of American Legion Post 347 in Lady Lake. They are accepting non-perishable food donations, along with diapers and pet food to be distributed to 4 local pantries. Just pull up with your donations in your car and volunteers will come right to you and add those items to other donations. Cash donations will also be accepted and added to the collection. Again, this is an American Legion Family Project looking to help area residents in need. Over at Seabreeze Recreation last week, BNN videographer Mike Ford stopped in to listen to residents and a bluegrass band. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Stay with us. More Village's lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN. You're living the dream. Fun times and great tunes. Jackhammering the rock and roll. Delighting up the dance in R&B. It's your Village's house party on your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
Central Florida, the only name you need to know for a great used car is Jenkins. We take in trades from all over the state, so we can offer you access to over 1,500 quality pre-owned cars and trucks at every Jenkins location. Every one is fully inspected and reconditioned to our highest standards. Plus, we've got finance plans for everyone. Looking to sell? You'll get more at Jenkins. Get paid on the spot, even if you buy somewhere else. So if you're buying or selling a pre-owned vehicle, the only name to know is the Jenkins Auto Group.
Camp Village's fun during week 6 had grandchildren and their grandparents surrounded by dogs and outdoors for some soccer too. On Monday, the Dynamic Dog Club of the Village's literacy program introduced kids 5 and older to their reader dogs. The kids had the opportunity to read a variety of books to the furry canines. This serves as a way to engage reluctant readers by having them read stories to non-judgmental therapy dogs. Sisters Avery Bill, who's 10, and Emery, who's 8, sat side by side as they read. Emery read The Rainbow Fish to a Dachshund named Snickers. Emery would smile every time she noticed the pup peeking at her over the pages of the book. Both girls are avid readers and have a shared love of animals, and that was enough to motivate them to finish their books. 8-year-old Raymond James R.J. Capsh has been attending Camp Village's activities since he was 3, and he says this was one of his favorites. RJ enjoyed spending time with senior dog Princess Isabella. After at least 2 books were read by everyone, the dog handlers allowed the kids to spend a little extra time with a dog of their choice. On Tuesday morning, kids between the ages of 5 and 12 were at Saddlebrook Softball Complex participating in outdoor games. Members of the Village's senior soccer club were there to teach the youth basic drills. They learned how to pass the ball, kick the ball using the inside of their foot, all while remembering that while playing soccer, not to use their hands. The kids were separated by age groups, with the youngest ones sticking together. Several of the kids clearly looked like this wasn't their first time playing the sport, as they came dressed for the occasion. They all even graduated, showing the footwork skills they had learned while maneuvering around small objects. Camp Village's fun continues through August 4th. You can visit campvillages.com for a complete list of remaining activities and to get your grandkids registered. With the start of a new school year coming up next month, Fruitland Park is ready to set local kids up for success. The 3rd annual Back to School Bash will take place at Fruitland Park Library. Heritage Community Church will be giving out school supplies and around 250 backpacks. The Kiwanis Club of Lady Lake will provide free hot dog lunches, and Clown Alley 179 will do free face painting. Immunizations will also be provided by the Florida Department of Health in Lake County. Close to 600 people attended last year's bash. There will also be a school bus on site for first-time students and others to go on it and meet the bus driver before the first day of school. This Fruitland Park Back to School Bash will be from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. July 28th at Fruitland Park Library. The City of Wildwood is partnering with United Church for its Back to School Shoe Drive and Summer Bash. This free event is going to provide new shoes and school supply giveaways to those who register. There will be food trucks, games, bounce houses, vendors, and so much more. This event will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. July 22nd at the Wildwood Community Center, which is located at 6500 Powell Road. To register, you can visit the website on your screen and do a search for Shoe Drive.
Stay with us. More Village's lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
(911), do you need police, fire, ambulance?
Our operators are required to react to every 911 call as if someone's life is depending on it. They'll send a deputy to the address where the call was generated. This takes the deputy's time away from what could be an actual emergency. Hi, I'm Sheriff Bill Farmer. If you accidentally dial 911, don't hang up, stay on the line. Answer a few questions and let the operator move on to the next call. Please, don't hang up.
Clap your hands and stop your feet. Time now for the Village's Entertainment Beat.
I'm Natalie from the Village's Entertainment, here with your Entertainment Beat. It's Christmas this month as the Special Events Crew celebrates Christmas in July at the Cruisin' on Saturday. Scooter the DJ will be there to party on the stage at 4, and Santa Claus will even be making an appearance starting at 5. The featured car club, the Village's Vets Corvette Club, will be at the event, and anyone who wants to register their classic car can go to the parking lot behind the bowling alley around 2 p.m. to complete their registration. There will be QR codes posted throughout the square for you to scan and vote for the People's Choice Award. Voting ends at 7:30. The Sumter County Sheriff's Office Toy Drive, benefiting children and their families in the Tri-County area, will be held on the square 4 to 9. Be sure to bring an unwrapped toy and drop it under Santa's tent. If you're looking for something for your Saturday morning, be sure to drop by Brownwood Paddock Square for the Farmers Market to pick up your local produce. Starting at 9 a.m., you can pick up those goods until the market closes at 1 p.m. Do you have your tickets for Savannah Center? The Doobie Others in the air tonight celebrating the music of Phil Collins and Genesis, and Bad Ink, the best of Bad Company, will all be at Savannah Center coming up in the next week. More details can be found at thevillagesentertainment.com, and you can purchase your tickets from there or visit one of our locations. Summer is heating up, and so is entertainment. Tune in Monday to hear all about what's cooking in the show kitchen. That's your entertainment, and I'll see you next week.
Thanks, Natalie. Live musical entertainment, of course, is available here every day of the year, and these are the bands ready to perform for you Saturday night. That's all the news we have for you now. Make sure to pick up a copy of Saturday's Daily Sun to learn even more about what's happening in your community. Get out there and enjoy the Village's lifestyle.
The Sumter County Sheriff's Office has created a free mobile app to give our citizens quick and easy access to all critical information needed to help keep the community safe. To download the app for free, search Sumter County Sheriff's Office on Google Play or the App Store. With our app, you can submit a tip, receive alerts on criminal activity in your area, search for sex offenders, inmates, the most wanted list, and much more. Together, we can keep Sumter County a great place to live, work,
This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by The Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG staff forecaster Christopher James. Let's discuss the best protection against the dangers of a hurricane. It's simply preparation. Learn about your community's hurricane response plan. Create an evacuation plan with members of your household to minimize confusion and fear. Plan routes to local shelters and register family members with special medical needs. Evacuate if advised to do so by authorities. Avoid flooded roads. Standard homeowners insurance doesn't cover flooding. For info on flood insurance requirements in your area, visit the National Flood Insurance website at www.floodsmart.gov. And of course, listen to WVLG for live weather reports from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, along with severe weather updates as warranted throughout the day. Keep listening for more information, including supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season, presented by The Villages Insurance. And thanks for listening to Your Villages Soundtrack, WVLG.
The number one complaint that I hear from most of my patients, and remember, some of these patients are here against their will, right? Somebody sent them here. They came in kicking and screaming with their arms crossed. And even those folks will tell me their biggest issue that they think they have, or that they even will acknowledge, is understanding people in social settings. You can have a very subtle high-frequency loss and very good normal low-frequency hearing, and you get into a crowd with noise, you're lost, right? You hear people, but you don't understand them. All you have to do by law to fit somebody with a hearing aid is have them push a button to tones, have them repeat words in a quiet situation, and do bone conduction, where they put a bone oscillator on your head, right? That's all it takes legally. But if somebody tells me, hey doc, I can't hear well in noise, or I'm lost in crowds, don't I want that information? Don't I want to assess that? So speech and noise testing is my favorite test that I run with patients, because it quantifies their acknowledgement of a complaint that they know they have. It lets me show them, compared to normal hearing individuals, this is your handicap in noise.